Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Farrah. Today's video is going to be a vlog. This is going to be my 5th book in my Agatha Christie reading project, and I decided to start the Tommy and Tuppence series. So the first book in this series is called The Secret Adversary, and I don't know a single thing about it. Zero knowledge going into this. I'm just going to blindly go in. I have no idea who Tommy and Tuppence are. I feel like it's a man and woman investigator team. I have no idea. But I've heard that this book is really good and I'm hoping to enjoy it. So this is the intro to the vlog. I will check in once I have read a little bit through the book. Okay guys, about to start this. This is the first day of the year that it's been warm enough to sit outside and read. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited about that. I love sitting on the porch and reading. So happy that we can start this book off with a nice sunny porch sit read. All right, guys, checking in. I am at about the 30% in this book. And this is a lot of fun so far. I have a better idea now of what's going on, but we're following these two characters they're probably in their early 20s or so, and their names are Tommy and Tuppence. The setting takes place in 1920, and Tommy is an ex-soldier, and then Tuppence was a war volunteer. They've kind of both come back home. They don't have jobs. They're out of money, and they decide to form this club. I think it's called the Young Adventurers Club or something like that. So cute. I love that. And they sort of stumble upon this mission or this mystery or investigation where a former colleague of Tommy, some part of the British intelligence, tells him about this missing woman named Jane Finn, who apparently was trying to deliver some really important documents to the American embassy, and she got lost along the way and nobody knows where she is. So they decide to help out with this case. And also within the story is Jane Finn's cousin, who is an American millionaire who's also searching for her. So they've kind of combined, they just stumble upon this thing. Love that. So, there's so many just cute things about this so far. They advertise in the newspaper to try to find different leads, which I love. And this was something that popped up in the first Agatha Christie book I read called Passenger to Frankfurt. And I would not recommend this book, but I also thought that was charming how they used newspaper advertisements to kind of communicate with each other. So the characters of Tommy and Tuppence are really cute. They really work well together. They're childhood friends that have come back together, and they play off each other a lot. I really like Tuppence. Her character is really funny and quirky. And, I just like how they happen to stumble upon stuff. It's kind of has a Scooby-Doo feel to it. This feels different from some of the Hercule Poirot I've read before, and this is only my 5th Agatha Christie, so I'm not an expert by any means. But so far, I'm finding I can visualize everything really well. The writing flows well. We've got a good setup. I'm at a point now in the story where there's quite a bit of action that has started. I don't want to give away much of the plot, but it's fun. So I am really enjoying this so far, and I'm going to keep going and see if I can get this done this week. Hello, checking back in. So I'm at the 50% mark, really, really enjoying this. I don't have the book with me, it's upstairs, but I just wanted to pop in real quickly and share a couple quick thoughts. So really enjoying it so far. This definitely has more of a thriller feel to it as opposed to a murder mystery, if you know what I mean. There's no one's been killed. It's just kind of they're looking to find out what happened to this one girl. And the characters of Tommy and Tuppence are really growing on me a lot. They've been separated based on their missions, so I'm not going to do any spoilers or anything, but Tuppence kind of goes undercover, and she's smart. She has a lot of charisma. She really is good at acting on the spot and knowing what to say, and I like how her thoughts come across on the page. So she's really charming. And then we have Tommy, who's more taking the spying approach, and he's in kind of a dire circumstance at the moment, but he they're just both really quick on their feet. They know what they're doing. They're these little like junior spies, I feel like. They want to be doing such a great job, but they do realize they're a bit out of their league at this point. So I'm really enjoying it. The pace has quickened up a bit. I think this is one of the better paced Agatha Christie's I've read so far. I mean, I'm not counting her short story because that was perfectly paced, but for her novels, this one, I'm not having very many moments where I feel like it's dragging, which is great. So I'm enjoying the writing a lot. It feels like a different book, than reading about a Poirot-based story, but it still has some nice charm to it. I have heard people say it's still not up to her like true charm, which I don't think I've reached yet with the choices that I read. I'm saving those for later, but it's going well. I think I'm going to finish it this week for sure, maybe over the next couple of days, and I really haven't figured out the mystery part yet, or who this Mr. Brown person is. Yeah, it's just fun. It's fun. It has a Scooby-Doo feel. I'm getting Scooby-Doo vibes, these pesky kids, that sort of thing. The one thing that I think is so funny is how she'll take like what would be a horrible situation, for example, somebody getting kidnapped and kind of held hostage for a few days. And when they get out, there's just, it's so light, she'll just write like, well, that wasn't fun. I'm going to go and get a nice breakfast at the diner now. So I do think that's fun. It's a cozy read. I know we all say her murder mysteries are cozy, but you know what I mean. I'm really enjoying it, so just want to share my thoughts before I finish. I'll probably do one more clip where I'm talking about how I felt about the end of the book. So thanks for watching. See you in a minute. Okay, guys, just have a few final thoughts on the book. I finished it the other day, and I really enjoyed this. I thought it was fun. I'll put a picture here of all the Agatha Christie I've read so far. This is only my 5th one, I think, and so far I think this one is my favorite of them all. And I guess, it wasn't that the book itself was amazing. It didn't really blow me out of the water. The plot itself was just okay. But I think what I really enjoyed the most was the characters of Tommy and Tuppence, especially Tuppence. She just had such a fun personality. I really liked how they kind of created their own sort of private investigation group. They just did it, they thought it would be fun and they did it, and they had this adventure. And I enjoyed how light everything was, and I enjoyed how they just brushed things off as they came along. They totally went with the flow. They didn't linger on the situations they were in. It was such a fun, light, quick read that I really enjoyed. And I know that I'm just scratching the surface on the Agatha Christie charm. I know it's going to keep getting better and better, so I'm really excited. I'm glad that I'm doing this reading project. And she really did keep me guessing right until the very end. It wasn't like there was a huge amount of options that we could choose from as far as who was the secret identity of Mr. Brown and kind of what was all happening. But she really just plays it back and forth for a long time. And I like how she slowly reveals stuff. I mean, there are definitely parts in the book, and I found this with each book that I've read by her so far. She doesn't spoon feed you anything. She really, the way she unravels the plot and kind of leads you down to different clues, it's not easy to figure it out, I guess, because she holds back information until the right time. So really enjoyed The Secret Adversary. I would probably give it about 3.5 stars or so, maybe 4. This, I think, like I said, was my favorite of the books I've read so far. So the next book in my reading project list is going to be another book in the Tommy and Tuppence series, and this is actually the final book in their series. This is called Postern of Fate. I do not have high hopes for this. I've heard this is one of her worst books. But I kind of want to read it and get it over with so I can move on to her better ones. But, I'm going to give it a whirl. If it's really, really horrible, I'll probably just DNF it. But this will be the next one on my list. If anybody wants to read along, I probably don't recommend reading along with this one. But if you're a completionist like I am, then definitely join me on that. So that wraps up this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm really enjoying just going through this project. And I know these particular videos aren't as popular as some of my other ones, but for those of you that do comment and tell me about your experience reading this book, I really appreciate it because it's fun just to hear what your thoughts. So if you've read this book, please let me know if you enjoyed it, if it was one of your favorites, or if it's kind of down below and there's a lot better ones to come. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Take care, and I will see you in my next video.